In this video, let's understand the Dataverse tables. In the Dataverse table, we have four types of tables. The one is standard and activity, virtual, and elastic. So coming to standard tables, the standard tables are most basic type of tables that will be having 19 columns once we create it. You cannot convert one table type to another after creating a table. So for example, if we created a standard table and we want to make it an activity table, we cannot do that. Any table that does not hold a custom tag is created by the Microsoft Dataverse. Let's see and understand these points. I opened my environment. So if you see, we have creation of new table here. So this is in preview mode. So create new table. So if you click on this one, it will take us to this screen. So this is the latest updates still working by Microsoft. So we can create with the Copilot or the SharePoint list, or we can import the Excel or CSV, and we can start from the blank. So these are the options we have. And if we go back, so we have other option like create a new table using AI. So if you give the statement, so let's create a solution. So I will create a solution. So in solution we have two types of solution. One is managed and another is unmanaged. The managed solution are the solutions which will be for UI and QA and UAT purpose, and the unmanaged solutions are for the solution which we create for development purpose. So the solution which I'm creating now, like, it is unmanaged solution. Let's go. So I will give as a canvas solution. So it is display name, this is the name, and we can choose the publisher or we can create a new one. So this is the default version it is taking. So if you see, the package type is unmanaged. So the solutions which we create are unmanaged solutions. Let's create it. So it will take some time to create it, and after create it will take us to the inside the solution. So now we are in the solution. It doesn't have anything. Let me create a table, and here it is showing new table. So here, use tables to hold and organize your data. Previously it was called as entities, so now it is termed as a table. So I am giving product, so table name is product. So it is taking the plural name. Let it take product information. So this is for enabling the notes and files in the Dataverse table. So if you see, this is the type we can change. So we are creating the standard table. Let's may select the standard table only, and record ownership. We can choose this ownership. It can be user or team, or we can choose the organization. And these are other options we have for this table. So apply duplicate detection. It will be detecting the duplicates records in a table, and audit changes, leverage quick create form. So there is a forms which will be popping up while to create the new records. So this is quick create form. And we have a create new activity. So activity is another tables like table type. So let's click on save. Before clicking on the save, so if you see, we have properties and primary column. So while creating a table, it will create a primary column. So we can change the primary column name here, or we can leave it as it is. So I will change to product ID, and if you click the advanced option here, it is taking schema name, column name. So here it is business required, we can make it optional, and maximum characters count is showing, let it be 100. Now let's save. So it is showing the primary column is matching. So let's do this one, product ID, and click on save. So if you see, the table has created. So if you go inside the columns, these are some columns it has created by Dataverse. So if you see, we didn't add any column, only the primary column, which is product ID, which we created, but other columns which are created by the Dataverse. Just I am clicking back to the solutions. So if we click on tables list now, let's find the tables which we created just now. This is product. So if you see here, this is the custom table which we created. So here the table type is standard and tag is custom. If you see this point, any table that does not hold the custom tag is created by the Microsoft Dataverse. If the tag is not a custom or anything else apart from the custom, the tables which are created by the Microsoft Dataverse. Let's go inside the table again through the solution and add some columns here. So we can go inside the columns or we can create columns from here. Just I'm going inside and create a new column, or we can inside the product we can have a option of creating this one here, like we can create new column by clicking the plus icon. So if you observe here data types, see this single line text. So inside, if you choose this one text, so we have a various types of data types here, mainly like single line and multi-line. So inside the single line we have again plain text, text area, rich text, email, phone number, ticket symbol, and URL. So in the multi-line text we have a plain text and rich text. So this is like by seeing the names we will understand, like the plain text is a text which will be single line text, and text area is like a long string, so it's a single line again. So rich text also single line, email. So and phone number, and other data type we have a phone, this is number, so again the whole number. If you choose the whole number it will like start from 0, like 1 2 3 like that. So decimal value which will be having like dot some value, so precision value, and float again same thing as a decimal. And we have a language code and duration, time zone as other data types. So and we have a lookup data, sorry, we missed this one, date and time. So we have other data types like lookup which is the column, it is important one, like which will help us to have the relation between the other table. For example, product, we have a table and we want that product to be linked to order table. There on the order table we will be creating the lookup, so that the while ordering which product they have chosen, we can select that product and link to the order table record. So we have a default customer. So customer is customer is the default table from the Dataverse. So choice is another data type where choices like choice will be having two types here, yes or no and choice. So in the yes or no it will be having yes or no just a two value like true or false kind, And in the choice we can go with the multiple choice, and we will create all these data types, and currencies another data type, and auto number, this will be the auto incrementing number, and the file data type we have in the file, like we have a two file and image, so and formula. So these many data types we have. Let's add these columns in product table. So we have added a product ID, so that will be a primary column in the product table. So, and we will edit it, and product name, description, price. So if you see, the product name is a text type, that could be a single line of text, description can be multi-line of text, and price can be a currency. So category is again a choice, and that have a multiple choice we can choose, and stock quantity is again a number. The status is a choice, which is has a two option, like single select, available and not available. Let's create this in the Dataverse table. So I open my table. So in the columns we have a primary column, that is product ID. So if you click on the product ID, so it will open for edit, so we can make the changes here. So for example, we want a product ID should be auto generated with some IDs. So to do this one, just click on plain text and choose auto number here. So once you choose the auto number, this is business required, you can make it anything. So I will make it optional, and if you see, this is searchable. So auto number type, we can uncheck or check here, and auto number type is a we have option of choosing this one, like string prefix number, or date prefix number, or custom. So string prefix number, like if you give any string, that will be added. So this is a custom one. If you want to choose, we can choose and give the format, and so it will be added. So here I will choose the string prefixed number. So for example, if I use P, so it will add a prefix while creating the IDs. So if you see preview, so P hyphen 100 100 1001 1002, like this. So if you want to decrease this to 3 digits, so you can make it 3 digits here. So we can give the seed value as 100. So if you want to make it 4, we can make it default 4. So if you expand that one, so again this is schema and logical names and maximum characters, these things are there. Let's save these changes. And we need to create some other columns, like a name. Let's create a product name. So product name, so we can give any description here, and this could be a single line of text, so this will be plain text. Again, behavior is simple, no calculation and all. So again, if you expand this one, this is product name, and number of characters we can expect increase or decrease, and I'm just saving this one. So remember, like, we cannot change the data type. So once we choose, for example, if we choose the text type and we want to make a choice, it will not work. Like, we need to delete and create it. So we need to create a description. So description, we can choose it multi-line, that could be a plain text. So I'm just saving these changes. Let's create another column. Let's create a column for the price. So price is a product price. Here we can choose the currency and save it. Let's create a category like which has these options: electronics, fashion, sports, and fitness, health, food and books. So column, new column, category, and here in the data type we need to choose choice. So if you choose the choice, here we will see the option like sync with the global choice. So here we can create a choice which is globally available throughout the environment. So otherwise we can only create for this table. So if we choose no, we can create it locally for this table, so that choice will not be available for entire environment. So if you choose the S and create here, the choice will be available for the all the table. So let's create the globally. So new choice. So whatever the name we give here, that name will be available, means that choice name will be available throughout the environment. Let's give product category here, and here in the label we need to give the choice. So let's electronics. I have added all the choices which are related to the product here. We can add more also. Let keep it simple. So I'm just saving this choice. So once we create the choice, that choice will be globally available. So if you search the name here, for example, we gave name product categories. So if you choose that name, the choice will be available here. Let's save this one. If you see in the choice, it has added one choice, that is a product categories. Let's go back to the previous screen. So let's add another column, that is start quantity. And this stock quantity could be a number, this could be a whole number. And if you see the advanced, so this is showing maximum and minimum value. So minimum can be a 0, it cannot be negative, and we can have a maximum value also. So let's create a status. Let's make it product status. So in the previously, like we created a global choice, now let's create it locally. So just click on this one and choose choice, and here make it no, and directly you can create here. So this could be a available, not available. So we can make it default choice. So I will not select anything here, just save this one. So we have created a tables here. This is all about this video. Thank you.